Good evening. This is CTV News for Thursday, October 20th. I'm Denise Douglas.
And I'm Byron Scott. Glad to have you with us this evening. Well, a couple is facing charges in connection with the murder of a baby boy. Authorities say the family of 24-year-old Janice Petty, 32-year-old Antoine Petty, and their 3-month-old son Antoine reported them missing on Monday. The following day, officers found the Pettys, but not their child. Police say during questioning, the father admitted to assaulting and killing his baby boy.
Both suspects took officers to where they buried him in a wooded area near Parkdale High School, BW Parkway, and 64th Avenue, where we were able to recover Antoine Fleming's body.
Did they explain why they did this?
No, not to my knowledge. I believe it was a moment of frustration.
Well, police say Antoine Petty is facing charges of murder. His wife, Janice, is charged with accessory after the fact. Their bond hearing is set for tomorrow.
A daycare worker has been arrested for harshly punishing a child. 25-year-old Dara Nichelle Thompson was attempting to restrain a 3-year-old boy in a chair back in October. It turned into a struggle, according to a police report that also says she ended up slamming the child's head on a table. Thompson has been charged with second-degree child abuse and second-degree assault.
A Prince George's County school bus aide has been indicted for allegedly molesting 2 special needs children. The state's attorney's office says 38-year-old Michael Patapy was working on a bus that was taking children from home from James Ryder Randall Elementary School late last year. Well, during the transport, he is accused of touching both students inappropriately. There is surveillance video, police say, from the bus that shows Patapy's actions on that day.
Well, switching to politics, in the presidential candidates, they capped off the third and final debate last night, and there is no doubt there were plenty of memorable moments. Donald Trump refused to say that he would accept the outcome of the election. Hillary Clinton accused him of being a puppet of Russian President Vladimir Putin. Here's another highlight, both candidates weighing in on immigration.
From his father to start his businesses. In the 1990s, I went to Beijing. A very different view about what we should do to deal with immigrants. Now, what I am also arguing is that bringing undocumented immigrants out from the shadows, putting them into the formal economy will be good, because then employers can't exploit them and undercut Americans' wages. And Donald knows a lot about this. He used undocumented labor to build the Trump Tower. He underpaid undocumented workers, and when they complained, he basically said what a lot of employers do: you complain, I'll get you deported. I want to get everybody out of the shadows, get the economy working, and not let employers like Donald exploit undocumented workers, which hurts them but also hurts American workers.
Mr. Trump.
President Obama has moved millions of people out. Nobody knows about it. Nobody talks about it. But under Obama, millions of people have been moved out of this country. They've been deported. She doesn't want to say that, but that's what's happened, and that's what's happened big league.
What are voters thinking the day after? Here's what some of them had to say.
Donald Trump's a fool. Hillary got more plans, society-wise. You know what I'm trying to say. Donald just out there for, like, him only.
The way Donald Trump talk, is offend, like, people. And I think Hillary, she don't do that. So that's why I think she won.
I think Hillary Clinton looked more presidential. A lot of people might say that she kind of got away with a lot of stuff, because a lot of good points that could have been brought up by Donald Trump, but that wasn't.
As you probably already know, the general election is November 8th.
And Metro wants input from riders on possible service cuts that would allow more time for repairs. The agency is holding a public hearing until 10 tonight, and it's at its headquarters in the district. CTV's Sonia Shrivastava is there and has more.
The hearing is going on inside here at Metro headquarters here in the district, and it started at about 12:30 this afternoon and will go on till 10 o'clock tonight. That's 9.5 hours. WMATA says they want to hear from everyone, and that is the reason that they are making this such a long hearing.
Metro has closed on Friday and Saturday at midnight since last June, 3 hours sooner than it used to.
I was used to Metro closing at 3 a.m. on
a Saturday, that means that I could close at my job. My job now, they push back the hours, and that hurts me because now I'm not making the money that I was used to making.
Now WMATA is considering a number of proposals that would cut service even further. One of the plans has the system shutting down at 11:30 p.m. on Sundays and starting the train service at noon.
That doesn't work when you have to be to work at 9 a.m.
Justino Gomez from Hyattsville works as a janitor part-time and encouraged the board to close later than earlier.
Tendría que tomar un taxi.
If the metro closes prior to midnight, I will be obligated to take a taxi.
Y el costo de un promedio de servicio de taxi es de $35 para llegar a casa.
And the average cost to take a taxi in order to get home is about $35.
Metro says it's developing improved inspection programs that will be put in place once SafeTrack ends next year, and it wants more time for preventative maintenance. They have presented 4 scenarios. All of them increase track access by 20% each week.
London especially, they are going to 24 hours a day and doing their maintenance.
Again, the hearing goes on till 10 o'clock tonight. Now, the Metro Board will vote on any changes in December. Reporting in the district, I'm Sonia Shrivastava. Back to you.
And you can also give Metro feedback by email at writtentestimony@wmata.com. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Byron Scott.
And I'm Denise Douglas.